Hey, what's up? Welcome to the channel. I'm just some guy. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you're not new here, well, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about meditation and my struggles with meditation. But first things first, I've always been very fascinated with the idea of meditation, of being able to just shut down everything, all outside issues, all outside distractions, and just being able to connect. Now, one of the things I've always liked about it is I like the idea of being able to turn everything off. Some of the stories that I've heard of meditation, things along those lines, have always kind of fascinated me. Along with lucid dreaming, astral projection, all of that stuff has been something that I've always been very interested in. And I've tried in the past with lucid dreaming and to some success. And, you know, it's one of those things that I've always wanted to be able to do. However, the biggest issue that I have with things like that, with meditation, is being able to shut off that internal voice, right? Now, I've tried to do things in the past with, like, it's a visualization experiment that I always try to do, because one of the things that I'm very keen on, because my grandmother had suffered from dementia, is I want to work on my own mental cognition. I want to be able to sharpen my cognition up, because watching somebody go through that is very frightening from the aspect of the person who doesn't have it, to watch somebody else's brain deteriorate and then internally take in the fact and try to comprehend what it's like on the other person's side, right? So one of the things that I'm going through with the health journey, with the mental health journey, is trying to sharpen my mind, hone it so that I don't run into those issues, or at least if I do run into those issues, I can delay them as long as possible. And one of the things that has always been interesting to me and is frustrating now is that if you close your eyes and you sit back, can you visualize an apple? Not the concept of an apple, but a photorealistic apple inside of your mind's eye. Now, I remember when I was younger, I could do things like this, no problem. However, as time has progressed, as I haven't used it as much, I find it much, much harder. And I think that it is a muscle, and it's something that I'm working on bringing back. But this isn't what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about meditation, and one of the things that I try to do when I'm meditating, or at least when I'm trying to pseudo meditate, is I try to visualize things, which I guess does coincide with the idea of visualizing the apple. Now, the problem that I have when it comes to meditation, and this might be the same for other people, is that when I attempt to meditate, I can't clear my mind. I constantly have this voice that's talking all the time. And it's my daily internal monologue, and sometimes I almost feel like it's trying to sabotage me when I try to meditate. So I know I'm jumping around a lot here, but one of the things that I kind of find interesting with meditation, right? So some people don't have an internal monologue. They have no internal voice. There's no voice talking to them all the time. Now, I made a video on this a long time ago indicating, are you an NPC? Because at the time, I believed, and I still do to a point believe, that the internal monologue that we have is a player character, right? If we put this into video game terms, is a player character. However, if you think about it, going back through all of human history, right? And I'm not a religious person, so let's not get it twisted here. I don't want you to come into my comment section and be like, oh, Sky Daddy X doesn't exist, right? But through all of human history, there are stories of people who go into isolation, meditation, whatever, and they come out with a higher level of understanding, or, they have some sort of epiphany when they do that. And the story always goes that once you are able to flush your mind of all external stimuli and you quiet the voice inside, you open yourself up to the voice of the universe, right? And so this is something that I've always wanted to check out. And when I did my sensory deprivation tank, I don't know if I was asleep. You can go watch the video on that. It's my first sensory deprivation tank experience. I don't know if I was asleep and I was dreaming, or if because I quite literally forced myself into that state, whether or not the things that I saw and understood while I was in that state, what that was. But I've been trying to chase that ever since, and I can't do it, because if I do it here at home, there's a fan on somewhere. There's some sort of external noise. The dog makes a noise. The squirrel in the attic makes a noise. My brain will just play the same 5 seconds of a song endlessly to stop me from meditating. Now, if I were a conspiracy theorist, I would say that is some sort of external force trying to stop me from unraveling the secrets of the universe through meditation, but we're not talking about conspiracy theories today, unless you want to talk about conspiracy theories, which let's talk about that in the comment section. But one of the things that I think is so hard right now, I'm going to get something to drink here because, I forgot to beforehand, and my throat's going to be a little bit dry from talking, which if you made it this far, it costs nothing to subscribe, by the way. And I've got a lot of other videos going over weight loss and stuff like that, plugged myself. But one of the big things, the problems, is that my brain is overstimulated. And I have the hardest time just shutting it off. Now, when I talked about doing nothing in my other video, people all mentioned, they're like, bro, just meditate. Dude, just meditate. Just meditate, bro. Just meditate. It's the same thing. But it's not the same thing, in my opinion. And it's not as easy as just saying, just meditate, bro. Because not everybody can shut that voice off. And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of struggle to be able to just focus, especially if you're neurodivergent like I am with ADHD and other issues, to be able to just focus on nothing, right? So I have an active brain that's going in 70 different directions all the time due to being neurospicy, due to ADHD, due to overstimulation in my life. And, I'm working on a lot of that, right? And to as much as I can. And it's not as easy as just saying meditate. I wish that it was. I really, really do. I see a lot of things out there where people are like, no, you have to embrace your neurodiversity. And it's like, dog, I really, 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 really wish that this just worked like a normal person. I wish I could shut the voices off. I wish that I could just sit in peace and meditate and ruminate on, the greater universe and find unraveling the secrets of the universe. But I just can't. And I don't know what I need to do in order to do that. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even really understand how I turned things off in the sensory deprivation tank. The only thing that I can really equate it to is that there was just no sound. I heard my blood moving. I just focused on the sound of my blood coursing through my body, and every time that my brain tried to go into Rick Astley's, never gonna give you up, I just told it to shut up, because I only had like an hour and a half, and I wanted to use every moment of it. Whereas, if I'm at home, I'll be sitting there in bed trying to do like maybe some visualization practice and some meditation, and then I just fall asleep. So maybe that's like meditation, but I'll still be sitting there just talking in my head, or I'll be frustrated at myself because, I'll have the visualization of the apple and then it goes away. And so my brain-wise, I can't just sit there and try to reform it. I get mad at myself, and then my voice kicks in and it's like, bro, why can't you do this? Like, you used to be able to do this, and now you just have this squiggly, garbage-looking apple in your hand, and sometimes it's not even in your hand. And so I wonder if... How do you shut this off? It's like you can watch a dozen meditation videos on how to meditate, and they go, just breathe and focus. And you're like, okay, I'm breathing and I'm focusing, but like it's not working. Like, the breathing's fine. I've actually been doing some breathing stuff like that. But like the focusing part is the struggle bus. And there's never like really a good way to do it, at least for me anyways. I've tried the guided meditation videos. I've tried like just the audio in the background. I've tried to do it with candle scents. I've tried to do it with a whole bunch of other things, and meditation just fails for me. And it's really frustrating, because a lot of people will be like, bro, you just do it. And I don't think that that's necessarily the easiest advice to follow, because it's one of those things where it's like, how do you start? How do you start tuning that voice out? Are we supposed to tune that voice out? Is that voice doing more harm than good? I don't know. I just really don't know. So this video was about how I'm struggling with meditation, so I would appreciate, if you've got advice other than just, bro, just do it, just focus on some other stuff, I'd really appreciate it in the comment section. Are you going through the same struggles? What's helping you? Yeah. So let's do this for the thumbnail. This worked out really good the one time. Right here. But if you like this content, I appreciate you. Especially the Saturday, Wednesday content. But if you want to watch my weight loss journey, my mental health journey, make sure you're watching all of the other videos as well. New videos every single day. They're not as fun as these ones, probably. I don't know how fun these are, but, if you like these and you appreciate these, do check out the weightlifting and the weight loss ones. I would appreciate it. And, if you're struggling, let me know. And if you know somebody struggling that would resonate with this, let them watch this. Channel's been growing. It's really cool. But yeah, as always, like, fave, subscribe, comment down below if you dislike it. I don't care. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, homies. Peace out.